So last month, Make Noise sent me an X-Pan, a QPOS, and a Mimeophon. Thank you so much, Make Noise. I've been having a lot of fun with these. The X-Pan is like this audio and CV mixer and panner. QPOS is a stereo filter. Seems like a simple concept, but actually sounds so rad. I'll be patching with both of these in this video, but I definitely want to focus the most on the Mimeophon because it is the newest and also the most feature-rich. It's like the ultimate delay effect, super versatile, and there's some reverb in there as well. Really great diverse range of character. I love it. Let's check it out. So a very basic loop going into Mimeophon right now. If you're curious, this is Plonk, entirely triggered and modulated by marbles through an L12 VCA. I'll turn the mix up a little bit so we start hearing the delay. Repeats is pretty standard. That's your feedback amount. Color is kind of like a low pass, but it's not a basic low pass. There's a lot of character in here at different points along the knob. It's designed to emulate the character of a whole different range of older delay units. Halo is like a reverb. Make Noise calls it a smear effect. And at higher levels, it feeds back into earlier parts of the signal chain. All right, but let me turn that off. I want to show you how you set the delay time, because that's pretty unique to Mimeophon, because there are two ways. There's zone and there's rate. Zone sets like a window. You can hear the delays are growing larger there. At the very highest setting, it'll be a 40-second delay. And larger zones also contain the audio buffer that was recorded in smaller zones. But then you have this rate control that fine-tunes the delay time within each zone. Now, one thing I really appreciate about Mimeophon is that it gives you different flavors of delay times changing. So you can get this nice analog feeling pitch shiftiness. But if you change zones, or if you clock it, you can get delay time changes without that pitch shift effect. And as you can hear clocked, these delay times are synced up to divisions of the beat. Now there's some buttons down here. Flip reverses the buffer. Hold just holds the buffer. So nothing new gets sent in from the input to the delay line. And you can just mess with it. And then skew is this fun stereo effect where as you turn the knob one direction, the delay on one of the stereo channels increases while the other decreases. And they meet up in the middle, and then they go the opposite directions as you turn the knob the other direction. I'll do this without the tempo sync too, so you can hear it with those pitch shifts. Obviously this effect will be best in headphones, but hopefully you can hear that awesome effect. The delay time grow on one side while it shrinks on the other. And of course that's interesting in different zones. And with some halo. And every single thing here has CV control. And then last but not least, this is really odd. This output here is a combination of both left and right channels delay times, where each time there's a repeat, it sends out a trigger. So you can get some kind of interesting rhythmic signals to send out to the rest of your modular system. So Mimeophon can also be a synth voice. Here I'm feeding it this white noise pattern. It's going through QPOS for some filtering, as well as I've got this envelope going into the VCA to give it that rhythmic pattern. And let's just turn Mimeophon from dry to wet to hear what's going on here. So I've got delays happening at such a quick rate that it's starting to produce pitch. This is what's known as Karplus-Strong synthesis. Turn the repeats up to hear that even more pronounced. If you turn it down, you hear a bit more of just the noise. But there is an input here that tracks volt per octave, so if we feed it a pitch sequence, it'll be perfectly in tune as it changes the delay time to match frequencies that fit in Western harmony. And I had something nice going here where I modulated the repeats a little bit, just randomly to make some notes shorter and longer. I also put some random modulation over here in color to get a bit more variety to the tones of the notes. And then of course, putting halo up a bit gives us that beautiful Mimeophon reverb. For the random voltages, I'm using this dope for sample and hold, feeding it some other noise signals and triggering it with every note. I'm getting an envelope from this IntelliGel Dual ADSR to mix in with the random that's going to the color input, so it's opening up on every note a little bit, giving it some attack, making the starts of the note a little brighter. And the pitch sequence is from Eloquencer, where I've got some probability set on most of the notes so that they randomly change within the scale. Here's a patch where I'm generating a bunch of random minor scale pitches using marbles, and I'm sending that to the 2HP bell. That sound is going through QPOS right now, which is being modulated by some LFOs from stages, so it's really swimming around your head. I've got frequency and resonance and both radiates being modulated, and I'm sending this out through the bandpass filters. So it doesn't sound bad, but I wouldn't really listen to this. But if I put it through Mimeophon, we can really make it magical. Listen to how it sounds as I turn the mix up. So right now it's dry, and I'll go all the way to about 3 o'clock where I really like it. So now suddenly we have this beautiful kind of ambient piece that I've actually had on for like hours today, just letting it run in the background. It's been so chill, so great to listen to. Mimeophon's repeats, rate, color, and zone are being modulated by some LFOs. I'm also modulating Mimeophon's flip to come on and off intermittently, creating those beautiful reverse sounds, which I think are the most special part of this patch.